Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. I have apparently a very simple query to place before you, but answer of this query will not be so much frank and palatable because most of you here, I know that you don't know the answer. If I ask you now, why are you studying? What's the purpose? I'll carry out a very little survey. Yes, can you tell me what's the purpose of your study? Money, job, and knowledge. Probably only few, 4 or 5 words would come out from your mouth. You don't know exactly why are you studying in the university, why are you studying on this department, why are you studying your subject. You don't know exactly. You are starting because you think that if you manage a certificate from this department, probably you're gonna have a job, you're gonna secure your future, because if you enter into a job, then you will get a fixed amount of money at the end of the month, fixed life. I know all of you just hold this very small notion in your mind. The small notion you hold in your mind, you are actually that much small. If you hold a big dream in your mind, you are big, like that big dream you have in your mind. You have only one life on the face of the earth, and then you will enter to the next life. Actually, this life is a time period to take preparation for the hereafter. Fine. But when you are very focused on the face of the earth, then you have to establish yourself, you have to be affluent, you have to buy a very brandy car, you have to establish a mansion, you have to ensure bank balance. As you have this kinds of desire in your mind and you are working for that, but you are choosing the wrong way, man. You will be just end up as a slave of the corporate, nothing else. It's reality. You will end up as a slave of corporate because the system that is being followed in the university, it is very prescribed by the corporate because they need trained up servant to serve their company, to serve their organizations, and they will give you some money and they will take the money as well because there are several company like Louis Vuitton, Dian, Gucci, Balenciaga, or Rolex, and many others company. There are a lot of different local brand as well. When you get the money, probably you spend its portion to shop the to buy the branded product. So in return, this money is going back to the hand. It is actually the reality. It's a very sad reality, but this is the reality. So in this situation, you don't have on your hand. Even the money you deposit in the bank, that's not gonna store there. They will be using that money for their purpose, and you will just be told that your money is stored. If you need, we'll give you that money back. Okay. But reality is that okay, they will give you money back, but the amounts of money they have stored in their bank vault, the value they actually tell you before you, they don't store that. If you store 1 lakh in your bank account, they will consider it's 10 lakh or more, and they will start investing it in different way, but it is not the real value. If your 1 lakh money will be 10 lakh, 20 lakh, because they're investing, reinvesting, they're collecting and investing again. So these kinds of weird style they have developed, and that's working. That's mean there is a very big wealth congregation, but if you go inside, you'll see nothing. It's it's actually the reality. So the world is being controlled by the corporate, and these different secret organization. I can refer a few names. Bilderberg groups. They have 150 or 60, 160 members in that group, in that organizations, and they only choose those peoples who who are the most uh, biggest corporates owner. They actually invite them. Even sometimes they don't consider the US president as a strong person to be the member of this group. So you can imagine how much strong they are. There are a lot of media house that lead all other media in the world. They actually incorporate them in that group. They take decision what's going to happen in the next year, because every single years they announce their meeting, and no police, no armed force, no journalists, no any electronic devices was allowed there in their meeting. So what they discuss, it's create a big controversy, something they of course talk about and they don't want to disclose. That means something is very big, and all they actually tell that they are guardian of the world. They're actually guardian of the corporate cultures, corporacy, capital. They serve the capitalism. Because capital that run the world economy, they control. They're capitalist. So in this situation, what are you doing? You are just preparing yourself. You are very willing to have a certificate at the end of your academic years, and you will intend yourself to show the certificate to a company, to a capitalist, to to honor of organizations. Sir, I have a certificate. I have solved a problem. So if you hire me, then I will be serving your purpose to build your dream. I don't have any dream. I just want to have a fixed amount of money at the very end of the month. So that's all I want from you. Please hire me. Give me a fixed amount of money at the end of the month so that I can get married. I can rent a house. I can live there. So you are preparing yourself to be the slave. Is it a good idea? Of course not. As you have caliber, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created you as a free man, free man. But you are allowing the chain around your leg, just thinking that this is actually the liberation. So it is a very sad reality, but it's the reality. In this situation, if you ask me about the solution, I have to say that it is difficult, so difficult to liberate yourself from this complex maze. But when you have very strong understanding about the system, it will be possible that you are liberating yourself, you are establishing yourself a free entity. It would happen. But that demands huge struggle. I'm not sure that you were worthy to make sure that a struggle. So what's going to happen? That's up to you. That's up to you.